the hidden link between mental stress, neck tension, or neck pain, and headaches. Now, one of those days when your mind just doesn't switch off. You're thinking about work, your kids, what's next, what you forgot, what still needs to be done, that endless to-do list, etc., etc. And even when you sit down, your brain just keeps on running and going on and on. And by the end of the day, you start to feel that tightness in your neck, your shoulders feel heavy, and that familiar headache starts to creep in. Now, it feels like two separate things, a busy day, or, oh, sorry, a busy mind and a sore or achy body. But to be honest, they are not two separate things. They actually influence each other. So in today's video, we're going to see how your mental stress or your mental load quietly shows up as physical tension in your neck, and that often leads to those recurrent cervicogenic headaches, especially towards the mid or end of the day. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve pain, despite low energy levels and brain fog. Now, I do this by giving you some simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modification, some tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain and adrenal fatigue journey. Now, those of you who are familiar with adrenal fatigue know there are lots of symptoms, but the two main ones I had were low energy levels and lack of focus, or brain fog, or mommy brain, as it's sometimes called. Now, when you have these, it's quite difficult to get through your daily routine, leave alone managing your aches and pains. So, well, here I am. Trying to help you with my personal experience, my professional knowledge, hoping your pain relief journey is not as long as mine was. Anyway, so let's get into the topic for today, which is the hidden link between mental load, neck tension, and cervicogenic headaches. So basically, how do you get from that mental stress or mental load to neck pain and headaches? Now, your body will respond to whatever your mind is carrying, or whatever your busy brain has been thinking about. Now, even when you are sitting still, as I said earlier, your body does not just switch off and go into a neutral. If your brain has been busy, or it is on alert, or constantly processing, your body will mirror the same. Your body also mirrors that particular busy or processing stage or state that your brain is in. Now, you may not notice it straight away, of course, but you might feel that your shoulders are slightly lifted, your jaw can be a bit tighter, your neck muscles can not be in a fully relaxed state, but they're slightly switched on or in an alert state all the time. And sometimes your breathing can also feel a bit shallow. Now, none of this, if you take them separately, none of these things that I spoke about can be dramatic, but it can keep your whole body in that low level on alert mode for hours and hours. Okay, so that was just my alarm ringing off there. Anyway, so usually, when we are stressed or we have mental load or mental stress, your neck and shoulders, these areas become the holding areas for that stress. Now, when your day is full of decisions, responsibility, constantly switching between roles, being a busy mom, being a busy professional, your body is looking for a way to stabilize. It's looking for that homeostasis, that balance. The neck and the shoulders or the upper back often take on that role of balance or equilibrium. So they try and brace and stay ready for that stress that's coming their way. Over time, this creates a pattern where your neck and shoulder, or maybe even your upper back, is never completely turned off or relaxed, where those muscle fibers are completely relaxed and your muscles are obviously completely relaxed. Okay, so are basically not in a tense state. So even if your posture looks fine from the outside, your muscles can still be working underneath that surface, right? Now, what happens between that neck pain and cervicogenic headaches? If you heard me talking about cervicogenic headaches before, you might be familiar with this, but I'll just quickly repeat this. Your cervical spine is made up of seven vertebrae, starting from your hairline here down to where your neck and meets your shoulder. So these seven vertebrae, if you roughly divide them into half, so upper to mid cervical spine, now, there are nerves exiting, so just keep that in mind. But there are nerves exiting from between every two vertebrae, so at every level in your cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine. So basically, your whole spine. The nerves that exit on either side in your upper to mid cervical spine, these are the ones when they are irritated or compressed, say because of whatever reason, say there's a disc issue, there's stenosis, you slept wrong. Anything that irritates or compresses the nerves in these upper to mid cervical spine can lead to cervicogenic headaches because these are the nerves that supply the back of the head, the side of the head, and sometimes that headache can also come behind the eyes or into your forehead and this jaw, sorry, not jaw, the temple area, and of course can go down into the jaw as well. So that was about cervicogenic headaches and its relation to the neck. Of course, if you need more details, you can have a look at my YouTube channel. I've done like lots and lots of videos on cervicogenic headaches there. So, yeah, as I was saying, when your neck muscles are constantly switched on and they're not able to relax completely, that muscular tension will build up in your neck and also into the base of your spine, into your upper to mid cervical spine. And that's when the nerves in your upper part of your neck become more sensitive, you're more prone to cervicogenic headaches. So this headache is not just about posture. Of course, posture plays a very, very important role here. But these headaches are not just posture related. These headaches are also related to your mental load or your stress that affects the neck, and then you get these headaches. So, it's also about your system or your body that has been holding on to that muscular tension because there's been no reset, there's not been any relaxation for the neck. Now, you may feel that you're okay in the mornings and your body is relatively rested and your system is calmer, your neck is more relaxed. But as the day goes on, if your mental stress increase and your body stays in that slightly activated or on alert mode, and those small tensions layer up on top of each other. By midday or even by evening, your neck will start to feel like it's been working continuously without a real break. And that's when the neck pain and headache shows up. Now, what is the solution for this? So, because this is what we've learned, okay, this happens, but then what do you do about it? So, the solution is not just a very cliche, you should relax some more, you should think some less. I mean, they should think less, but this is not very realistic in today's life. Stress is a part of our everyday lives. That doesn't mean you have to be stressed, but if you have stress, what can help? So, very simple shifts can make that difference. So, if you've known me for more than 2 minutes, you know I talk about simple solutions only. So, if you do a, a posture reset, well, I'm not gonna go into the details of a posture reset, but let me just briefly touch upon it here. If you want the details, you can read the blog that I've written on this topic, which is how your busy brain shows up as neck pain and cervicogenic headaches. I will leave a link to that blog in the description of this video on Instagram. The link is in my bio. If you are a busy mom like me or can't be bothered to look for it, you can message me or you can drop a comment below. I'll send the link to you. So in that blog, I have the full posture reset. There is a link as to how you can get your nervous system out of that alert or on mode and reset it into a more relaxed nervous system, as in a more relaxed state for the nervous system. Sorry. So there are lots of details in that blog. Anyway, so what I was saying is for a posture reset, you can let your shoulders drop consciously a few times in the day. So what you can do is take a deep breath, and as you breathe out, you can just drop your shoulders down. You can soften your jaw, especially when you're looking at a screen, you're staring at your screen or you're busy in your work, when you're concentrating, take a slow, deep breath. And as you relax again, try and expand your rib cage. Try and gently bring your head over your shoulders. What I mean is to do a chin nod. What that means is if you look at this pen, and if you look at the level of my eyes, okay, let's look at it this way. So the tip of this pen is at the same level as my eyes. So that's horizontal from my eyes. if I take the tip of the pen about five, so if this is the horizontal line, this is about 5 to 10 degrees below the horizontal, and I look at the tip of this pen, you see how I nodded my chin. So if this is 100% of a nod, what I did here was just a 5 to 10% of a chin nod. This chin nod that you do resets your cervical spine in neutral alignment. So you can do, as I said, when you breathe in and breathe out. You drop your shoulders down, you expand your rib cage, soften your jaw, and do a slight chin nod. Do this as many times as you remember during the day because this is a postural correction that you're doing. It's not really an exercise as such. So you don't have to do like morning and evening. Whenever you remember, just correct your posture. And you will hear people say, sit up straight, roll your shoulders back and down. All that works, but not in the long run. But if you do subtle, soft steps like the ones that I just told you, that will definitely be more sustainable. It'll be definitely making a difference in your state in which your body is, as in going from that on or alert mode into the relaxed mode. Anyway, so sometimes, so sometimes that neck pain and that cervicogenic headaches is not just a posture or your desk setup or physical things, really. It can be that mental load that you carry that is showing up physically. And once you see that connection between the mental load and the physical implementation of that mental load, or that pain that manifests because of the mental load, you can start to support your body in a more complete manner. Now, if you feel all this sounded familiar and you are like, oh, yes, I tend to do this, and your headaches come out of, well, literally nowhere at the end of the day, uh, the cervicogenic headache that I'm going to talk about can be something that helps you understand exactly how your posture, your nervous system, your daily habits, everything, how they work together, and give rise to those headaches, and when you address all of these, how you can manage or avoid these headaches. Now, most importantly, this course shows you how to reset these patterns in minutes so that your body is not holding on to all that load, and you can actually manage to stop or avoid or manage those headaches better. So I have left a link to that cervicogenic headache course in the blog that I was talking about earlier. In case you missed that part, I will leave a link or to a blog in the description of this video that gives you much more details about the posture reset, about the cervicogenic headache course, and a lot of other things that we spoke about today. If you are on Instagram, the link is in my bio. And if you can't find it or you are too busy to look for it, you can leave a message below or you can you can leave a comment below or you can message me and I'll send it across to you. Alrighty, I hope that was useful for you. And if you have any questions, any comments from today's video, let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Okay, I gotta stop this recording. So just a bit of delay finding that button on Zoom. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.